You know that feeling, don't you? That jolt.
Oh, yeah.
That immediate warmth, that shared history flooding back when you see someone from like a really significant part of your past.
Definitely. It's not just saying hello.
No, it's like you've walked through a door back into this familiar room. You haven't seen it in ages, but it's instantly comfortable. It feels yours.
Yeah, exactly. It sort of bypasses all the usual social filters, doesn't it? The stuff you navigate with new people.
Right. There's already a foundation there.
A shared context.
Yeah.
Makes talking just easy.
Yeah.
Effortless in a way that's pretty rare.
And that feeling, that deep connection, that's really what jumped out from the sources we got for this deep dive.
Mm-hmm.
A listener sent this stack over curious about why these old bonds feel so powerful, why they bring this very specific kind of happiness.
And maybe why we let them drift sometimes.
Yeah.
Even when they're obviously good for us.
Yeah, exactly that. So our mission today, diving into this, is to really unpack it. We want to understand what makes reconnecting with old friends not just, nice, but actually beneficial.
Right. Psychologically, emotionally.
Right.
Maybe even physically beneficial.
We'll look at the reasons, sometimes surprising ones, why these connections fade. And then, maybe most importantly, look at practical ways to intentionally bring that warmth back.
Sounds good. Where do we start?
Okay, let's dive in. The sources really start with that gut feeling, the emotional core. It's not just reminiscing, it's how they make you feel right now when you meet again.
Yeah. One author talks about feeling connected, like really deeply connected, soul level almost.
Yes. And that the friendship itself is still there, despite the time or distance.
And the physical touch, but like a handshake or a hug after years, it's not just a formality.
No.
It instantly confirms that bond is still solid. It's like a physical sign of that connection persisting.
And how easily they could still read each other. The smiles, the sighs, knowing a serious face meant a joke was coming.
That nonverbal shorthand that's built over so many shared moments.
It really is. And another big feeling that comes up is being valued.
Ah, yes. That's huge. These are friends who saw beyond the surface stuff, right? Beyond career wins or whatever.
Totally. The sources talk about how they genuinely cheered each other on through work, life struggles, shared the hard stuff, even prayed together.
That mutual high regard, the genuine praise. It can really rebuild your own sense of worth, can't it? Especially if you've been feeling a bit lost.
It's more than just catching up. It's remembering when you felt truly seen, understood, supported, no strings attached.
And then there's that feeling of being rejuvenated.
Yes. Recalling the encouragement, laughing about past challenges.
Yeah, the author shared that great story about the friend giving brilliant advice and then needing that same advice reminded back to them later. That kind of shared history, laughing at yourselves, remembering practical help.
Yeah.
It makes you believe in ourselves again and in the power of togetherness.
And you just know that support is still there, ready if you need it.
Which ties right into that nostalgic feeling.
Oh, absolutely. Those remember when moments. It's like opening a shared library.
Exactly. And the sources have such great examples, like the friends scouting newspaper coupons for their favorite lunch bot.
Yes, because they couldn't afford fancy meals. But using the coupons wasn't just about saving cash.
No, it was a conscious choice, a celebration almost, enjoying life with what they had.
The author said they postured ourselves like princesses, except that we served ourselves. That little detail, it makes a coupon lunch into this treasured memory, resilience, joy.
And feeling privileged for those specific, unique moments together.
Absolutely. And that feeling of privilege, it sort of blooms into gratitude, doesn't it? For the friends, for life itself.
Yeah, the author points out having friends is a blessing, something not to take for granted, especially as time goes on.
So clearly these feelings are incredibly strong. But like you said, it's not just warm, fuzzy feelings, is it? There's real science here.
That's right. Sources describe friendships as a vital pillar for happiness, well-being, essential for health, quality of life.
And the neuroscience part from Leiden University. That's fascinating. What actually happens in our brains?
Okay, yeah, this is where it gets really cool and connects to our physical health too. Interactions with friends light up the brain's reward circuitry.
The reward bits, like the ventral striatum and the VMPFC.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Those. And also the areas involved in understanding others, what they call mentalizing.
Okay, so the reward circuits, they're about pleasure, how we value things.
Right. But what's amazing is these areas don't just light up when you get a reward. They also respond to vicarious rewards. Meaning your brain gets a little hit of pleasure when something good happens to a close friend. Their success feels good to you.
Wow. So your brain literally shares in their joy. That's kind of profound.
It is. And this steady brain activity linked to friends might be why these relationships have such a positive impact. It could even help protect against feeling low, against depression,
Yeah.
by keeping a sort of positive baseline activity going in those reward areas. Think of it like keeping your brain's happiness centers gently humming. That's the positive conic activity idea. It's not just spikes of joy, but a healthier background level.
Okay, so our brains are basically wired to find friendship rewarding, and that baseline hum can buffer us against feeling down. That makes the effort seem even more worthwhile.
It really does. And the data backs this up strongly. Places like Sapien Labs found having close friends and family massively cuts the risk of low mental well-being.
And it's not just one or the other.
No, it's additive. Friends plus family compounds the benefit. The risk can be like 10 times lower with both compared to neither. The whole is definitely greater than the sum of its parts.
10 times lower. That's incredible. Okay, so we've got the deep feelings, the shared history, the brain science, the well-being data. Let's circle back to those positive memories.
Right. Sylveta talks about nostalgia, revisiting the past, not as just sad, but complex. Mostly pleasure, maybe a little sadness, but bringing back the joy of the good times and the comforting security of being reunited.
And those memories, like the coupon lunch or any shared silly moment, they're not just nice to think about, they actively help our mental health.
Yes. The sources stress this. Just revisiting them can lift your mood, give you a happiness boost right away.
And they can be a savior in bad times.
Definitely. Remembering past successes or how you got through tough stuff together, it reinforces your confidence. Makes you feel like, okay, I can handle this because I've handled stuff before.
That makes sense.
And get this, reliving positive memories, even briefly, can literally lower stress hormones like cortisol and improve your mood overall.
Wow.
It also fosters gratitude for your life, your background. Studies show recalling happy times in detail is linked to lower cortisol and fewer negative thoughts about yourself.
And remembering past achievements, maybe things you did together, that can motivate you now, make you aspire to be more.
Exactly. It's like looking in a mental mirror and seeing a younger, capable you, reminding you of what you can do.
And photos, they're like time machines for this stuff.
Totally. A treasure trove, Sylveta calls them. One look can transport you back, trigger detailed memories, and boost dopamine, that feel-good chemical. Just scrolling old pics can be a quick happiness fix.
All right, so it's clear these connections are incredibly valuable. Emotional warmth, brain benefits, resilience. Given all that, here's the big question, the paradox the sources tackle. If it's so good for us, why don't we do it more often?
Yes. The tricky part, and this is where research from places like SFU and Sussex comes in, and it's genuinely surprising.
What did they find?
They found many people hesitate to reach out to an old friend almost as much as they'd hesitate to talk to a complete stranger.
Wait, seriously, reaching out to someone you know, someone with history, feels as scary as approaching a total stranger. That seems backward.
It does seem counterintuitive, but that's what the research suggests for a lot of folks.
Yeah.
And the reasons are usually internal, not external barriers.
What kind of internal reasons?
Mostly fear. Fear of rejection or just indifference from the other person, assuming it'll be awkward after so long or that they've moved on and won't care.
We build up these stories in our heads, right? Like, oh, they're too busy, or they probably don't even remember me that well, or I won't fit in their life anymore.
Exactly. And the crucial thing is, those narratives are often wildly inaccurate, as one source puts it. We're often way harder on ourselves socially than we need to be. We imagine awkwardness that just usually doesn't happen.
And here's another kicker from that research: lack of time. It was one of the least common reasons people gave.
Right. It's not usually about finding a slot in the schedule. It's about getting over that internal hump, that perceived awkwardness, the fear your effort won't be met.
It's that vulnerability, isn't it? Putting yourself out there, risking silence or just a polite brush off.
Yeah, we get stuck in this weird social standoff. Both people might want to reconnect, but nobody wants to make the first move and risk looking, I don't know, needy or something.
Okay, so if fear is the main barrier and time isn't really the issue, how do we push past it? Why is it worth that potential little moment of discomfort?
Well, the sources frame it as an investment. It takes effort and intentionality, as one Reddit user put it really well. You often have to be the one to take the initiative.
But why is it worth it?
Because generally people want connection. Being reached out to, especially out of the blue, it's almost always seen as flattering.
That makes sense. And Psychology Today points out that expanding or diversifying your social circle, especially by reconnecting, adds to happiness, particularly later in life.
Yeah, different friends offer different things, right? Different perspectives, different kinds of support. It adds richness.
And think about the efficiency argument.
Oh, totally. Reconnecting with someone who already knows you, shares that history. It's way faster than building a new friendship from zero.
They mentioned that 200 hours of contact figure for making a new close friend.
Exactly. Compared to that, reconnecting leverages all that existing understanding, saves huge amounts of time and effort potentially.
200 hours versus maybe one text puts it in perspective.
And Psychology Today really drives this home. It's likely going to be less awkward than you fear and be more appreciated than you expect.
That unexpected message, even just a quick text or a funny GIF that references an old joke, it can seriously make someone's week.
Our worries about awkwardness, mostly unfounded with old friends. People are generally just happy to hear from you.
Okay, so let's get practical. What are some concrete ways the sources suggest for nurturing these bonds?
Hubbages suggest being intentional. Schedule regular chats. And they specifically recommend phone or video calls over just texting sometimes for, a deeper connection. Put it on the calendar.
Oh, and I loved this suggestion from Hubbages. Send a piece of yourself.
Ah, the handwritten letter or card.
Yeah. They quoted someone saying it physically contains your DNA when you lick the stamp. It's such a lovely image. That physical effort in our digital world.
It really is. Sending a literal piece of yourself. And of course, planning to meet up in person when you can. Even if it's only every few years. That face-to-face time is gold.
Aim for those milestones, right. And Prosper Health Collective had a key point about digital tools.
Yeah, use them to complement face-to-face, not replace it. Messaging is great for staying in touch, quick check-ins, sharing laughs.
But prioritize the in-person stuff for that really deep connection, where you get the nuances, the shared presence.
Exactly. Use tech as the bridge, the maintenance tool, paving the way for those bigger moments.
And it's not just connection, is it? It's shared experience. The sources mention how going through stuff together, even hard stuff, suffering together.
That forges incredibly deep bonds. Sometimes even closer than family, as some Reddit comments noted.
They become a real source of strength because of that shared history. They remember what you've overcome. They saw your resilience firsthand.
Yeah, and remembering those shared wins or just getting through tough times together can be a huge motivator when you're facing something new.
So wrapping this all up, it's clear old friendships are way more than just nice memories. They're these unique treasures.
Right. Offering that specific emotional warmth, the brain benefits we talked about, buffering stress, acting as anchors.
And while time, distance, and especially our own anxieties about rejection or awkwardness can feel like huge hurdles,
The evidence just screams that the effort is tiny compared to the reward. For both people, it's almost always worth it.
these bonds are treasures worth investing in. They don't need constant daily upkeep to stay meaningful.
But they thrive on intentional connection. A text, a card, a call, that long-awaited hug.
Okay, so maybe a final thought for everyone listening.
Consider this. Who's that one old friend who's been on your mind? Maybe someone this conversation brought up, someone you've hesitated to reach out to.
What's one small, intentional step you could take this week? Just one little thing to bridge that gap.
Think about the dopamine hit you might get just from sending that message. And think about the lovely surprise, as the source put it, that you might create for them.
It could unlock this incredibly powerful source of happiness, support, and shared memories for both of you.